Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's JPA here. In today's video I'm going to be discussing Rangers' win over Dumbarton at the weekend there in the Scottish Cup. If you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button, hit the like button as well. We'll just get straight into this video. So first of all, apologies if you hear any background noise. I've got my washing machine on. Unfortunately I can't really avoid that now because it's the only time I've got to do the video. Rangers won 4-1, so it finished Dumbarton 1, Rangers 4. Fairly comfortable win in the end. I think if you look at it, I don't think we were really in any danger, and even Philip Clement said that at the end of the game, we weren't really in any danger of losing that game. A couple of scares towards the beginning of the game. Dessers missed a whole heap of chances. I think maybe 3 or 4 clear-cut chances where he should maybe not even be scoring, but at least hit the target. Some of them were just ended up in the Atlantic Ocean. They were just so bad that the finishing was really poor. Over the bar, up and over, it was just really poor finishing from Dessers. And it's quite worrying, to be honest with you. We obviously, as I said, we missed a couple of chances and they had one. It forced McCrory into a really good save where they hit us on the break, and it could have been 1-0 very easily, and that's the reason obviously we need to kind of convert these chances. We eventually got the first opening goal, and it came from an unlikely source, that being a corner, in-swinging corner. Yeah, it just baffles me why we didn't do more of these. Every other team does it to us, and it puts pressure on us, but the cross came in from Cantwell for the left hand side, which was in swinging, as I said, and John Souttar at the front post kind of flicked it over at the back post, and then John Lundstrom at the back post headed it in. I know the most likely goal scorers from the head, but we managed to go 1-0 up on 35 minutes, and I think it was coming, the goal, to be honest with you. We had created a number of chances, but they had so many defenders back, defending in the box, and it was difficult to kind of break through. The conditions didn't really help the situation, but we went 1-0 up. Second goal came, and it was Dessers this time. Lovely cross from Tavernier from the right hand side. Dessers managed to get in front of the defender and put it past the goalkeeper from close range. Decent finish. You'd expect him to finish from there, and I think he's probably too close to the goal to actually hit it over from there, so that's probably why it's gone in. But good to see Dessers getting on the score sheet after a really poor start from him to make it 2. And we're just looking to kind of consolidate that in the second half. Second half wasn't a great game. I think the conditions maybe got worse. It was very wet, very rainy, very windy, and the surface on the pitch was absolutely horrendous. The pitch, the longer the game went on, was just cutting up, and it looked like when you've had tea in the park or something, and you take the tents away and it's just left a big muddy mess. That's exactly what the pitch looked like. It was really hard to play on, but I'm not going to make that excuse. I think we should have done better here. I think we should have scored more goals. We eventually got the third goal, which came from a dubious penalty. I don't think it was a penalty, if I'm honest with you. There's contact from the defender under Matondo. He goes down a little bit too easily. I think there's a push there and a little bit maybe contact on the legs, but for me it's not enough to bring him down. We've been given the penalty, and Tavernier does what Tavernier does and steps up and puts it away. Great penalty for 3-0 with 12 minutes to go. Just before the third goal, actually, we made a triple change. Was Ryan Jack came on for Raskin, Bonabarsic came on for Yilmaz, who I don't really think had a great game, to be honest with you, and Lawrence came on for Cantwell. Again, Cantwell played reasonably well, but couldn't really penetrate enough, and it was good to see Ryan Jack and Lawrence get game time. I was slightly worried about this pitch, that they were going to get injured again, but they managed to get through the game fairly comfortably. Fabio Silva came on for Dessers later on, and Scott Wright came on for Matondo. About 10 minutes to go. So once we made it 3-1, it was just a case of seeing the game out, and we thought we were going to go 3, maybe 4-0 winners. I predicted 4-0 before the game, although I didn't actually do a video for it. And then 2 minutes from time, Dumbarton actually got their goal. To be fair, it was a good goal. Barisic neatly given away a free kick on the left hand, on his left, but their right, and the cross came in, and the guy gets a glancing header at the near post. It wasn't defended well enough, and Shields got the goal. Very well taken goal, but poor defensively from us, and it did give us a little bit of a scare. I think if that was earlier in the match, we would have been really, as fans, panicking. But then a minute later, Scott Wright, as I said, had come on, scored a very similar goal to the one that he scored in the Scottish Cup final against Hearts. He seems to love this competition, Scott Wright. It was a good finish for 4-1 performances from like John Lundstrom. I think he got Rangers TV man of the match. McCrory made a couple of really good saves, which another day if they went in, it could have been a different game. I thought we defended fairly well apart from that goal. Raskin I thought had a good game. Ryan Jack and Lawrence came on and did well. Fabio Silva did well when he came on to kind of stretch the game a little bit. Good performances all over the pitch in the difficult conditions that we had, and it's on to the next round. We've drawn a home tie against Ayr United in the next round, which is a favourable draw for us. We want to kind of avoid Celtic now for the later rounds, but it's a good home tie to get, and I think we can be fairly confident in going through. Interesting that it's against Ayr United. Is that a sign that it's for Shankland to play against his old team? That remains to be seen. We do need a goal scorer. I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. I think it was obvious, particularly opening 20-25 minutes of the game, where Dessers had numerous chances to score, and as I say, he blazed it over the bar numerous times. Matondo had like a half volley kind of thing that went way wide and way high as well. So it's evident for me that we need a goal scorer. Lawrence for me is the pick. I think if we had slightly more money, we could have maybe even went for Miovski, but in fact, and a lot of Celtic fans are going, "Oh, Rangers are skint." We need to remember the fact that Beale wasted so much money in the summer. Dessers was a massive gamble, who I think he spent $6 million on. Danilo is unfortunately injured for the season. Sima has got an injury on international duty at the African Nations Cup thing, so that's disappointing as well. He might be out as well, so a lot of money wasted there. Sam Lammers, another one, wasted far too much money on him. So we kind of just plough more and more money into it, chasing it. It's like a kind of bad gambler if you do that kind of thing, but yeah, we have to reinvest, we have to get a goal scorer, and whether that's Shankland, whether that's someone else, it remains to be seen, but we do need someone in. We have been linked with a guy called Mohamed Diamande, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, from Ivory Coast. He looks good. I've seen him on a couple of clips on YouTube. He looks really good. I know you kind of go by YouTube videos, otherwise Ryan Kent would look like an absolute superstar, but yeah, he looks decent and he looks like the kind of player we need in midfield. We didn't really have that creative spark in midfield, and we probably haven't for a number of years now, so we really need someone in that area that can kind of create something and drive the team forward. We've probably not had someone like that since maybe Kamara or Aribo, so that'll be interesting to see if we can tie that deal up and get him in. So anyway, that's the video done, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video, which will be for the Hibs game on Wednesday night. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.